La 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 la.
The boys are waiting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
My milkshake
brings all the boys.
My
That's the
milkshake
only part I know.
brings all the emotionally immature.
Boys to the yard.
To the yard.
The avoidance. Mine brings all the
Oh my God, the avoidance. Yes.
The dismissive avoidance.
The dismissive
true.
avoidance.
I love
Those.
The fearful and the dismissive. I
Oh,
got it.
shit.
We
Not
got all the
fearful,
avoidance.
too.
It's too real. Too real.
It's like Pokemon. You know what I mean? I collect them all.
Oh no.
Oh, I love it.
That's why I love her.
Immature chew. I choose you.
Immature chew.
That's it.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Avoidance shoe.
Oh my
Immature
God.
chew.
That was great.
Avoidosaurus. Mhm. Yes. Emotionally stuntazard.
You know what? I'm changing all of their names
I
on my
me
phone
too.
right now.
Oh my God, yes.
Seriously.
I
I
think
saw
you
on
should.
TikTok where it was like, they were just like, this girl would just make the names tombstones, and so then like they would reach
I
out and
love
she'd be
it.
like, "I'm sorry, who are you?" And they'd be like, "What? Like you didn't save it?" She goes, "Yeah, no, but you died. Like,
Right.
You're in the graveyard. So
Yes.
you're gonna have to remind me who you are.
That's right.
And then you get your name back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or a ghost.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, we ready to go?
Marissa doesn't have a mic.
I know.
Oh, gotcha.
I will swing it over.
Okay.
After we talk.
Shorty,
Wow.
We always talk.
Wow.
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 You don't want me on this podcast.
I love you.
I just gave you great B-roll.
You did. You really did.
Oh, were we recording that?
Yeah.
Yes.
We always record
Please
like
tag me in that. so I
yes,
can-
because that was like
All the avoidance
that
numbers
was
on my phone.
That was
that was
it.
pretty fabulous. Okay, sorry. I thought I'm
He'll swing
like
it over when he's done.
All right, we're done.
all right. We're back for another episode of Candid and Curious. Thank y'all so much for tuning in again. I am Nina, your host, and we're here at Gemini Productions with my amazing producer, Chippy.
Bing, 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 bing. That was the soundboard.
It was.
Oh my God, I love it.
Actually,
Well,
if we really wanted to.
I love that. I love that.
There we go.
I want the other one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Chibi.
Yes.
Coming soon on video and DVD.
That too.
Wow.
Coming soon on video and DVD.
Wow. I
You
mean-
can subscribe on the OnlyFans.
Wow.
This podcast took a turn real quick.
What are we talking about again?
All right, y'all. So today's episode is all about the power and importance of female friendships and how love and sisterhood are vital for our health and wellness. I have two amazing guests here, two amazing powerhouse women. We have Marisa, who is a Latina podcaster and just overall amazing person.
Ooh.
Yes. And then we have Dr. Natasha Mendez, who is
Hello.
also here with us today.
Where's my pin, 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 pin?
Yeah, she wants her intro
She
too.
wants her Okay.
Thank you for having me.
I love it. So yes, so we are here to talk about the importance of friendships, the importance, and specifically, I think like female friendships. I feel like all friendships are important, but definitely, well, a little bit of history about us. Like, how
Yes.
long have we known each other?
Well, let's see. You and Natasha have been friends since what?
Since I was in the womb.
Since she was born.
So your moms, right? If I
Yeah.
can remember right, your moms were best friends.
Yes.
You guys.
Are, yeah.
So you guys were born into the best friend, like. So basically, you've known each other since.
well, I've known Natasha
well.
since she was born.
Yeah,
Literally,
because
yeah.
you're
Because I'm older.
because you're
Yeah.
older. So yeah, so you're like, hey,
Only
my
by
new
a
best
little
friend was
bit.
born.
Yeah.
I love that. So first of all, I think that's amazing that you guys have been friends this long. So shout out to that because how many people can say I've been best friends with her since I was born? Like literally. Like
Very
that,
few,
Like that,
yeah.
very few. Exactly. So congratulations on you guys keeping that bond and never letting it like get too far. Where it was severed or something ever happened, which
No,
is
yeah.
important, And then I came in to your guys' life about what 2021. Yep.
Was it?
It was
21?
the fall of 2021.
Girl, you got a
Oh,
good
wow.
memory.
I know.
I do, just because I know my life whole changed in 2022. So
Yeah.
it was right before my
Oh,
life
yeah.
changed.
Mm.
Yes, and so yeah, and I met Natasha, and it was like instant click.
Yeah,
And
totally.
and I think I met you like 2 months later, and next thing I know, we were having girls' nights, and
Yes.
you know,
And like hanging out
and hanging out. So yeah,
and talking and texting and
Uh-huh.
and messaging and
And just-
wooing each other on IG and
Yeah.
supporting. Mm-hmm.
supporting, lifting each other up, being there for each other in our down times because we've all had them. We've all gone through
Yeah.
breakups and divorces and separations, and you know, and we're still like
Yeah.
holding each other up because we've all needed that.
Yeah.
You know, so
And just general life changes and
Mhm.
even like just going through career changes and,
oh, for sure,
and
Been
all
there
of
too.
that. Yeah. We've done it all in
Yeah.
a very short amount of time.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
true.
We've been through a lot in the last like few years, 4 years, 5 years. Yeah,
literally
just
giant
As-
life changes.
Yeah. But grateful for all of the support and love that I get from both of y'all, right? I mean, I have other friends, but
Yes.
I feel like with us it's been very like, okay, like this we're going through some things. There's some stuff we're going through.
Natasha's really hungry. We're
We're
gonna let her
laughing
eat since she hasn't eaten 2 days.
We're
So we're just gonna let that happen. Okay,
Oh
so
my
just ignore
God.
the.
All right. Are y'all ready to get candid or what?
Yes, let's go.
All right.
Always.
Yes. Yeah, I know you are.
Fucking do it.
Wow.
Wait, can I cuss on this show?
Yes, you
Like,
can.
can we curse? Because
You can curse. It's candid, right? Like candid and curious. Like.
Oh yeah, no, I just didn't know. I feel it's like if you
No.
wanted it to be like PG rating for like YouTube or something.
I mean, I don't know.
Fuck it, let's go.
she'll have to beep all this up. Beep out half of Natasha's interview.
Oh my goodness. I love it. So let's just get into it. Let's talk about friendship. Let's talk about like what's important to us in a friendship. Because I feel like there's different types of friendships, right? Like we've got acquaintances, we have like the close friendships, we have, you know, maybe the neighbor who's your friend that you don't
The work-
necessarily
the work
work friend. Yeah. Like the longtime friend that maybe you've just had forever and ever. The ride or die, the going out friend, the staying in friend. Yeah. So I don't know like how many different friendships do y'all have and what is important to you when you find a friend? Because I also as adults.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was friends galore. Like I was
Yeah.
I was everybody's friend. Mind you, like I moved here in 2015, so I was in Michigan, and you know I just had friends everywhere. I mean, friends at school, friends in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, basically everywhere I go, I knew people. Like kind of how it is for Natasha here in San Antonio. Everywhere she goes, like there's people, you know, that she
I
knows.
also have hoes in different area codes.
Yeah,
Wow.
she does,
She does.
and we're proud of her for that.
We love that.
By
for you.
hoes I mean friends. not actual
Not those
hoes.
kind of hosts.
Not actual hoes.
Not actual.
But yeah, I think, and what I was gonna say is, I think it has drastically changed now that I'm in my late 40s.
Absolutely.
but still cute.
You're precious.
Period.
But yeah, it's changed. Where I was just telling Natasha in the car on the way here, I have very few friends that I'm super close to that I will go to, but I'm not in a big friend group or
Right.
anything like that. You know, like I just don't have that capacity in my life right now. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather just have my go-tos and my people that I can trust, and that's kind of where I'm at, like in my friend zone. And then I
Right.
have my good friends from back home that I can always pick up the phone and call if I need to. That the ones that know me since I was 15, 16 years old. So it's like I have that there, like that lifeline there.
Yeah.
But like my go-tos are obviously like sitting in front of me right now. Like those are people that I just know I can go to and
Yeah.
pick up the phone or text right away and be like, I need this, or I want to talk about this, or
Yeah.
this just happened to me, or oh my God, this funny thing, like whatever it is. Not even something bad, but something good.
Yeah. Send each other memes. Back and forth.
Oh, the memes are great.
Yeah. And TikToks.
Oh,
and
yeah.
TikTok
And
TikTok.
that I never check. Sorry.
You don't ever.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, I sent you 50 fucking TikToks. Like,
You guys are the
I'm
meme.
like, hold on.
You guys are the meme where it says I send my best friend all these TikToks and she never notices them, and you like give her this dirty look across the room.
Sorry.
yeah.
Send them to me on IG. I will see them.
No.
Okay.
It's funny how we all gravitate to a certain social media platform.
Yeah.
Like her and I are very big TikTok
Yeah.
back and forthers.
I mean, I sometimes check TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just doom scroll all
Yeah.
the time. So yeah. So what's important, right, is one of the questions that you asked for me, especially with adult friendships, even that started in childhood, right?
Yeah.
honestly communication.
Yes.
Like it's because friendships are relationships. So what are your expectations? What are you looking for? Right?
In a friendship.
In a friendship.
Yeah.
What do you
Friendship
need? Like
questions.
what are your love languages? Like how can I
Yeah.
how can I help? Can I help? But also being open and communicating, like, you know, there's been times where I'm like, look, I really need to just get some shit off my chest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to listen? Are you able to be there for me?
Do
And
you
if
have the
can't-
capacity?
Right.
Yes.
Do you have the capacity?
Yes.
And being open to if they don't.
Mhm.
And
And
you
it's
know,
okay.
setting healthy boundaries and like
Mhm.
it's I go into friendships like a relationship.
Yeah.
And also remembering that just like relationships, you have to nurture friendships.
Mhm.
Mm.
So you have to water them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Mhm.
And I agree with the whole communication thing. I think for me, because you know you have the different levels of friendships, but
Yes.
the ones that stay and the ones that I find that I have, because most of my friendships are very long-term friendships. I mean, years and years and years and years, I've had the same friends, and for me, it's like, okay, can we be vulnerable?
Mhm.
Same thing in like a relationship, like you're saying, but it's
Right.
like, can I talk to you? Can I trust you
Mhm.
with this information, whether it be good or bad? Like, you know, like going into a friendship, especially like with y'all, right? It's like, I know I can tell you anything and it's like no judgment zone.
Right.
Mhm.
Like you're not going to sit there and like judge me for whatever, right? Whatever.
Mhm.
And I love that. And I think that I look for that in other friendships. I have another.
hard to find.
It is hard to find.
It is.
Because like Natasha, I've known since we were itty bitty babies. I have another friend that I've known since we were in 4th grade.
Mm.
And I know that I can just, okay, like I can open up
Mhm.
and I can give you this information. And it's like, but I think also too, it's beautiful about those types of relationships is that we've seen each other grow
Mhm.
and change. And I just value that so much. So it's like, it's almost ruined me
Yeah.
because if it's not that level of friendship, I almost don't want it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but there's different types of friendships. So do y'all have like different levels of friendship? Do you like categorize your friendships in any way?
I mean, I have people that I know that like I can hang out with and have a good time, you know, like, and then there's like the ones I want to talk to about personal things, you know, so it's like, but those people are probably not the same people that I'm like, you know, that I can just hang out with on a random day and just whatever. I don't know, you know, like I so they're not really categorized, but for me, like just because I've done so much healing, I'm just so much more protective now of like my
Yeah.
energy that I just can't give it to like anybody.
Anyone,
Yeah, I'm just like that. That's why I said I think I have fewer friendships now that I'm older than I did when I was younger. But younger, I was just carefree and out there, you know.
Well, we're kids.
Yeah,
like,
you're
you
kids
know,
and you're
like-
learning.
yeah.
And then I think also like a lot of us have done a lot of healing.
Yeah.
And I think that's changed a lot where I think when younger we were like nobody was healing nothing. We were just kind of like out there doing whatever
Yeah.
and not really, you know, we weren't even probably maybe that damaged yet. You know, like we were just still like learning
We had
life.
less baggage.
Yeah, we had way less baggage. And now we just been through so much. So it's just like, you know, you kind of just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm more protective with my energy. So
As you should be.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like how I'm somewhere more categorized, but it's kind of like, how much am I going to give this person? How much of myself am I going to give this friendship?
Right.
Like, yes, you know, we talk, we hang out. Let's go have dinner. Sure. You know, but like, that's maybe not the same, like where I can call her like, you know,
Yeah.
crying, you know,
Sure.
if I need to, you know, and I know she's just going to listen and be there for me. And,
Yeah.
you know, so it's like that kind of.
It's almost like because not everybody deserves that level of vulnerability or like you just don't. It's like the trust factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have mine. Of like, I know, like, if I need somebody to just tell me what the fuck is up,
Yeah.
like, but also, again, none of my friends judge, first of all. And that is very important.
Yes.
And I am able to be vulnerable with all of my friends and vice versa. My tight group, right? I have my, like, no bullshit friends. I have my pendejada friends. I have my, like, my chill friends. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I have my foodie friends. So I know there are certain people that I'm like, if I hear about like an opportunity or an event or whatever, I'm like, immediately I know who to call
Yeah.
for certain things, right? Because it just fits that person and us, our friendship, right? And that part of it. But I mean, but like both of y'all also like fit both of those things. Less of the pendejadas though.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah, for
both
sure.
of y'all are way more introverted.
Yes.
I'm an
Yes.
extrovert
So introverted.
and I adopt introverts.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm
absolutely.
like, you're mine.
However, our girls' night that we had that one time was like where we were out till it was like the one time I was out till 4 a.m.
Oh my God, yes.
That
Wait,
was
which time?
probably. Can I say where we ended up?
Oh,
Wait, where did we end up?
no. Girl. That
When
was
the fuck did we get ice cream?
no.
Wait, what?
That was so we had
She probably doesn't even remember.
no, I don't think she does.
No, she was probably really drunk.
What?
All I know is I drove the Tesla.
First of all- yes. No, say it. Where did we end up? Where did we end up?
Can we say it?
Yeah, say it.
The adult multiplex.
Yeah, the
Megaplex.
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 Dude,
That was a great night.
we
That
were
was
just
such a great-
supposed to chill.
We were supposed to chill
And
and go.
I-
We went to like, and next thing I know, we were throwing ass. And
We were
we
throwing
were
ass.
we were at
and
the
then-
adult megaplex, and then Whataburger, and then oh my gosh,
it
it was
was
just
a
crazy.
whole-
And then I
But
was
that
like-
was such a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was, and so funny. Let me just say this: I was talking to one of my other friends, and she was like, we did a girls' night in a hotel, and we just kind of like went out and did a girls' night. She's like, this might be the only time we ever get a chance to do something like this. Because think about it: what if you meet somebody next month and you're off on your relationship and you're not that you're not going to hang out with your friends, but your life changes.
Sure.
So it's like how
Your
much
energy shifts.
Yeah, so it's like, but think about it. We haven't had a girls' night like that since that day, and that day was 4 years ago.
God,
But
that's
we haven't
crazy.
hung out like that. Yeah, it was.
Not
It
like
was-
that.
No way.
It was when we first met when I had my other apartment. My
It
first.
was not 4 years ago.
Okay, yeah, it was.
It was a long time ago,
was
and
4
we
years
haven't
ago.
been out like that altogether since.
Since then, that was the one.
I
time
probably
we were all three
haven't
together.
been out like that.
Ever.
Period.
No,
since
that was
then.
literally the craziest night of my life.
That's
and
like
it
a
was,
Saturday night.
for you.
yeah, it's like a
You're
normal
like,
night
that's
for
a
Natasha.
Tuesday, bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you know what? I've definitely done that on like a Wednesday for sure.
She turns up on Tuesdays. Yeah.
Turn up Tuesday, Wild Out Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Oh my god!
I'm
No, but just saying
kidding.
like how special those nights are because like we haven't had another night like that when you think about it.
Yeah.
And so because life changes, you can get busy with work. She can, like we all, I might move. Like anything can happen.
You're not, you're not moving.
I know.
Anyways.
Oh, I've told her that.
I know. She's tried.
She's aware.
I've tried to run away to Dallas, and she's like, no.
Yeah, absolutely the fuck not.
She's like too far.
I was like, whatever you need to be happy, friend. But I was like,
You're not moving.
She's over here manifesting. Please don't let her move. Please don't let her move. Please don't let her move.
Oh my God, I love it.
And sure enough, didn't go through.
Wow.
Tasha got powers.
She
I
does.
do. I have superpowers. I manifest the fuck out of everything.
Oh my God. So speaking of that whole thing of what you're talking about, we haven't had a night like that since.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Natasha has, but we have not. But it's so hard now. And I don't want to say the word hard, but challenging, right? We're navigating being adults, having kids,
The kids.
careers, right? Because most of us have like multiple hustles.
Yes. Multiple hustles. We got a doctor in the house.
I
mean,
school, like we have
Yeah.
all of these things that we're constantly having to be aware of, having to pour energy into. And so how do we maintain these friendships and while also navigating all of these life changes and things that just we have to do every day? you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I do check-ins.
yes, she does. She's great. She's great at that. I mean, it might take like she's like, oh man, I haven't talked to you since like last week. Are you okay?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And she knows I would reach out if I wasn't okay. But whether it's through a meme, whether I know, like, you're like, we'll know we're there for each other, whether we
Yeah.
send something funny to each other. Because it doesn't always have to be like a deep conversation about life.
Sure.
Sometimes it's just like, hey, this is us. Like, this is us, and we'll send them, the TikTok or the meme or whatever.
Yeah.
So check-ins are so important, but she's great at that. I'm not so great at that.
You're not. Well, so because check-ins are great, but I have like what is it, object impermanence, where like because I have ADHD. So if I'm off in Nina land doing Nina things, if you're not like here,
Yeah.
it's like suddenly I'm like, shit, it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what happened? And then I just go through and I'm like, God, I've just been. So I have to be very mindful. Sometimes, like, no shade, I will put reminders in my phone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because it's like that's how my brain works. But it is hard for me sometimes to like just keep like, okay, I need to check in with, or even, and it's even harder when I meet new people.
Yes.
Like I've met a couple of new people,
Cool.
women. Wow.
Like, really? You got time for new friends? Because I don't see you enough.
You're just gonna talk about new bitches in front of me like that?
No, she just said she was an
I'm
introvert.
so
and she
sorry.
said new friends. How
I'm
did you
so
meet these new friends?
sorry.
Where did they come from?
Yeah.
Where did you go to meet these new friends? Because I wasn't with you. No.
Now we go to a commercial break.
Now we're gonna talk about toxic relationships.
I know. And this is where it gets ugly. This is where we start throwing hands. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
Oh,
also
man.
like I was saying, like it changes. Like it can change at any point because honestly, like think about it. Like if you get into a relationship, you start have to nurturing that relationship.
Sure.
And of course, like we're all in places where we want to have a significant other, and none of us really don't at this point. And
I mean,
like well, we want to get there.
I shift on that perspective
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
depending on the day.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I do. It just takes time to like spread your energy across that and then make time. So I just feel like with the girl time that we do get, like it's so precious. That's kind of
is.
like the whole point of that statement.
Yeah, no, it is, and it's very it's special, but it's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking of friendships among women, right? Because we have male and female, and all walks of life, humans, all genders, everything. But like, why is the female friendship so important?
I mean, we're women. We only understand each other being
We're
women.
so different than the opposite.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's really important to have like a girl gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if that gang is a gang of one, or two, you know what I mean? Like,
this.
yeah, or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be a huge group. It's definitely quality over quantity for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. It's important to have other women in your corner because only they can relate. Like, if we're moms, right? Okay, well, guys aren't gonna be moms, right? So like, we're moms. We're hardworking. We're all of these things. We have to
the
be able to,
hormone issues,
yeah,
all the
that
changes.
too.
Oh
Our
my
bodies.
God,
like,
yes. Now
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sit and talk to my guy friends about my period.
Exactly.
I mean, if you want to hear it, it's fine. I don't think you do, but I could be like, bitch, like,
yeah,
this happened.
exactly,
You're like, oh,
exactly.
okay, yeah.
Oh, it's so heavy today.
Yeah. Fucking bleeding the river. Yeah. I mean, do they really want to know?
What's that thing?
Do they know what
from,
we go through?
from Mean Girls, where it's like, I can't help it that I have a wide set vagina.
Well,
I
okay.
don't, by the way. I don't.
Natasha with the
I
movie
just have a
quotes.
ton of movie quotes and random.
She has them distorted
fucking
in her head
bullshit
to
in
be
my
able to
head.
say it whenever.
I really do.
So
They just come
are your female friendships different? How do they differ from like male friendships?
Surprisingly, not very much.
Really?
Yeah, like the male friends that I have, pretty open, pretty vulnerable. They've, talked to me about a lot of different things. They've cried to me.
Yeah.
They have girl problems, so they're like, well, and then this girl, blah, 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 and she fucking broke my heart, and I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, they have times where they want to sit and do nothing, or they want to get together and like, hey, like, can we just do lunch or can we just do dinner? I just want to talk. So they parallel a lot.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah. See, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Like no. I mean, well, for one, I don't have that many male friends, but the ones I do are my long term like male friends. So the ones I've had since I was like younger.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So like it's more like long, like they'll call me and we'll just have like a 2 hour, hour phone conversation about catching up in life. And my kids did this and this one's doing that. And oh my gosh, remember this, remember that happened. Or, or connecting on sports or something. Cause I'm a big sports person. So like I connect with a lot of my male friends on sports. That's kind of where my male friends come in is, oh, we're watching football. We're doing fantasy football. Okay, let's go. Like, so that's kind of where I have my connection with them, but it doesn't get into like super deep conversation. It's more like a fun thing. And we're friends and we're cool and I'm cool with their girlfriends or their wives too. And, we can all hang out, like that. Like it's like that for me. So, but they're more like just kind of like, fun friends, I guess, like the fun friend group for me.
Yeah.
Not too much, like, except my probably like a few of my real close guy friends that I have back home in Michigan that if anything was ever happening, I could literally pick up the phone and call him. He's like my brother, so like things like that.
I think I just bring that out in people though.
She
general,
does.
like
It's the therapist in her.
that's been my whole life. Like even
Yeah.
at like a bar or
Meet a
at the
stranger and they wanna
airport,
tell
whatever,
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they told me their whole life, and then they're like, "Why did I just tell you all that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah. You're like, I was.
But it's safe.
She
here.
brings it
Yeah.
out.
You're like, but it's okay that you did.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like, thank you for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable.
Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like when I was younger, I had a lot of male friends. Like, you know, to your point, like you're a kid, you're young, and like we all would hang out. You know, I was in organizations in high school. I had a lot of both male and female like friends. And so, but I have noticed because I really do value all types of friendships, but I like having male friends as well. What I have found in the last like few years, which is, I don't know, it kind of irritates me. And I don't know if y'all
I
have
already
had
know
this.
what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
It's like, of course you do. But like, I think I have a friend, a male friend specifically. And then I get into a relationship or I start talking to someone and they either completely ghost me, like now they want nothing to do with me, or we're friends and we're hanging out and I'm like, this is great. Like we're friends. And then suddenly it's like they have this expectation of they want to date me, even though I've made it extremely clear that I want the friendship only. It's like, I value you as a friend. I value our friendship.
Yes, that's why I don't go there.
But it's the expectation. It's almost like an expectation. Like, well, we're hanging out. And I'm like, yeah, but we're friends. But the expectation is, no, but we need to date. And it's like, no, we don't, because you're my friend. And now I don't feel safe with you.
Yeah.
And that has been, I've noticed
because
that.
they want friends with benefits. That's what they look at a girl. Like I think nowadays a lot of guys, like it's really hard to find a guy friend that just wants to be friends.
Well, and most of the guy friends that I have, actually, almost all of them, the guy friends that I have that are only friends are gay.
Gay, yeah, exactly. I love my gay friends.
And it's just like,
I'm so
but
safe with them.
why?
I saw it when we saw Izzy. I was like, this is great.
It's like, but why though? Like, why can't I just be friends with a male? And that's all it is. Like, does that not exist? Like, it just gets a little irritating for me. But I do value, like, I value all friendships. And so if I like you as a person and I want to be friends with you, but I make it clear that that's what it is, then just respect that.
And that's why I don't do one-on-one male friendships, because I just don't. I also don't feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I can go out in a group. I can be, meet people at a bar and stuff like that. But I don't think I would want to like go to the movies with one of my guy friends. Or, like I just don't have, or I don't have that guy friend in my life right now.
Right.
That kind of guy friend.
Yeah, we just haven't met them yet.
I haven't.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, or they don't exist. I don't know. But also like and then also I think for me, like I'm kind of at the. I don't need any more guy friends. I don't need any more friends.
I mean, I have guy friends that I can do things with, and it's not weird, it's not whatever, but because that boundary is a hard boundary of like, don't try to flirt with me.
Nothing.
Don't say anything inappropriate. Like if you want to talk about the girl you're trying to like hook up with or date or whatever, and you just want to talk to me about that, fine, but don't talk to me personally, whether I'm dating somebody or not. Like this is a friendship and that's it.
Yeah.
But I think that's a hard part too, is like being around, especially males, right? You get to a point where they're either going to show you or they're going to tell you that they're attracted to you.
Right.
And that they want something.
Something more.
Right. So you're right. That's kind of like the hard part is like, oh, fuck.
Right. Damn it.
Like
we were
you
friends.
had to do that.
Yeah. I thought we were friends.
Right. How do you feel about experiences or creating experiences with friendships? Like for me personally, I get nervous if I have like a new friend and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to like go for a hike or something. I'm like, I don't fucking hike.
Okay.
But I'm like,
girl,
you know what I mean? Like,
we have never been on a hike in my
I
entire life.
no,
with
but
you.
like, okay, whatever. Like, oh, I want to go on like, it's one thing to like be like, oh yeah, like, oh, there's a concert coming up, right? And then actually like making that happen, like when it, when the trip leaves a group chat kind of thing. I'm
right.
like, oh, fuck, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Like, I get more nervous for that than I do with like a date. Last summer, Kat was like we've been friends.
We love Kat. Hi, Kat.
I love
We
Kat.
do love Kat.
Kat was like, because I was like Morgan Wallen, and I was like, fuck yeah, I want to see
Okay,
Morgan
that was
Wallen.
so fun that you guys just jumped on a freaking plane and went to Dallas.
Yeah.
Or drove or whatever.
Yeah,
you did.
well, and so then she was like, she's like, yeah, I'm going to buy tickets. And I was like, please buy me one. And like immediately, like she bought it. And I was like, hell yeah. Oh, we're going to Dallas.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And
yeah,
then
and
I
you
was
get like all.
right, like, how is this going to work? And she's like, well, like I'll drive. And then we got an Airbnb and like all this stuff. And I was just like, okay, we're doing this. We're going on our first trip together. And she talked to April and was like, I I want to do this with Natasha. Like, I want to get to know Natasha more.
But that's great.
No, it's fantastic. And I had
A blast.
fucking best time ever.
Yeah.
Like, Dallas, but I wouldn't know. I was like nervous because I'm like, well, what if
Because
this
it's
is
never
our
just
first
it's
time?
never just been you two guys
Right.
going somewhere.
It's always
together.
been like in a group setting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
See,
I'm
those
like,
are
well,
first
what
times
if this
spending
doesn't work and then we're out of town, or you know, what if something happens, or what if
we hate each other?
How does she sleep?
It's
How does
true.
she like? Because I always get nervous like traveling with people to begin with because I'm like, well, what if they don't like noise at night, or what if they don't like the fan on at night, or you know what I mean, like little shit like that, or like what if I feel like I have to be like extra like tidy and like keep all my shit in like a little corner, like, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that happened to me. So my friend Rose, we've been friends probably 6 or 7 years. I've basically met her when I moved from to Texas, and been talking about going on a girls trip. We finally took a road trip to New Orleans,
Ooh.
and I drove. So
That's
it was
a lot.
That was a lot. It's an 8-hour trip in the car,
That's crazy.
and it's just me and her.
No gracias.
And I was like, oh my God. And I kind of like got that feeling. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, we're actually doing this girls trip. Oh my gosh, like we actually are going. And sure enough, like, you know, she had to like have her parents like fly in from LA to watch her 2 kids because her husband works in McAllen. And, you know, like all this stuff happened. And we finally get in the car and we're on the road trip. We had the best time. She pulled up the playlist. I was driving. She's like, you're such a good driver, which I am a good driver. And she was like...
You're like,
You're
I
so-
am.
She was like, you're such a good driver. So I was like, so she didn't want to drive. I did want to drive. And we ended up having a blast. But I love spontaneous things like that too. Like we're kind of like, it's brand new because you're experiencing something new. And when are you going to ever experience when am I ever going to go on an 8-hour girl trip with, with one of my closest friends? Like probably never.
But she was one of your closest friends.
She was a real close friend of mine from here. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, but yes, we went on a lot of lunches. We spent a lot of time together. Our kids know each other. It's like that. But
Okay.
at the same time, it's not like one of my everyday I talk to friends.
Gotcha.
So that's
Yeah.
another thing, you know? But like, and then also like when we like just were like, let's go to Daddy Yankee. That day was so fun. When have we ever experienced that concert? Like that, like a thing like that. Like we were driving up to Daddy Yankee. Natasha's like, you know what? F this. We're getting floor seats.
Fuck yeah.
We were in line paying for parking, bought floor seats to Daddy Yankee, and had the time of our lives on
That's
his last,
cool.
on his last tour.
Because I was like, where are those seats at?
Yeah, we
And
had
she was like,
seats.
the 200
I was
section
like,
or
we're in like
something?
the 200s.
I was like,
girl.
no, we don't.
So we ended up, and it was like, we ended up floor seats, best time ever. And I was like, this is so much fun. Like those moments, you're just not going to have with, I don't know, like that's a girl thing. Like we were just like dancing and singing. And,
Yeah.
you know, like we dressed real sexy that night. Like we were all we were
I
out
love
there.
that.
Like we were just there. Like we were there and it was like, Daddy Yankee.
Yeah.
You know, and we were just, that was just the best time. Like, and we just honestly have not had a night like that, me and you.
That's true.
In a long time. And that's why I'm saying, like, those nights that you get together,
Yeah.
so special because you just don't know when your life will change or when your work or your kids or something's going to happen that's going to change where you can't maybe go out every night or can't
Sure.
pick up and leave. And
I
do
think
that.
I think for me, it's just like in general, I'm always about like creating the best memory, not just for myself, but for those around me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those reasons, like life changes so quickly,
Life changes fast.
and life is so short that like if we can, fuck it, yeah. Like, and I get it, definitely. Like I have my downtime too. How many times I've been like, you want to just come over, and,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
do
for
dinner
sure.
or like
Yeah,
watch a
just-
movie, and Nina's immediately like, fuck yeah.
yeah,
I'm like,
that's her.
sweatpants?
That's her
Yes.
comfort
Yeah.
zone.
Oh, it
yeah,
totally
yeah.
is.
So it's like I know like champagne, dinner, and like yapping,
Yeah.
and like for sure.
Yeah.
And same with Marissa, tequila.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, there's my
Right? Dinner, yapping, right? But
always
like,
has to be present when I'm there.
hell yeah. But like, you know, but even that's a memory,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
For sure. And I love quality time.
Yeah.
So for me, that's like peak quality time.
Yeah.
We come over, we hang out, we're eating. I always have to have food, right? I want people to be nourished and fed, and you know, maybe some champagne, whatever we've got, and then hanging out, talking, and that's what I really like doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going out, doing stuff like that. Yeah, that's fun. I like doing it, but it's not such a high priority for me. And I think that with people that I meet. Like, I would feel comfortable going on a girls' trip with y'all because we have an established
Which we
friendship.
should plan, by the way.
Yes, we actually should. Yes,
We're
I
gonna plan
agree.
something. We're going somewhere
We are.
this year.
Oh, I will literally die if I don't go to PR this year. And I don't care if I need to eat, pray, love that shit and go by myself.
Let's go.
It's happening.
I want those ganadores.
Would you call me?
Okay, y'all are not going to agree, but I really want to go hiking in Big Bend.
Did I not?
Okay.
Did we not? Look, I agreed to go
Okay.
on my first camping trip ever in my life with Nina. And
Okay.
she's like, we're roughing it. And I was like, nope, we're going
We're
slow.
glamping.
Like
Can we
slow.
glamp?
Yeah.
I need to
no.
glamp.
So
I'm
I
sorry.
I agreed to no glamping, but not straight roughing. Like I don't want to shit in a bucket. You know what I mean? Like there at least needs to be a bathroom somewhere.
Can we have a cabin at least?
No,
No,
I've
I
never
think- I
I've
think we
never
should do
been in a tent.
I think we should do a tent.
I've never been in a tent.
Yes. What do you mean no? It's fun.
I just want to try it, and if I'm
take
going to
some
try
convincing
it,
over here.
I want to do it with somebody who is experienced.
I mean, if I
Yeah.
was going to do it, it would be with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Great.
But
Done.
It takes some convincing.
That took 30 seconds of convincing. She's like, all right, I'm in.
Okay, I'm in.
I hate this. I'm in.
You know what? You only live once.
You know, why not?
YOLO.
But you know, but it's experiencing because like maybe I should to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go out and maybe be a little bit more spontaneous. I have a hard time with that.
Yeah, you're not very spontaneous.
I'm not because I have a freaking calendar that's color coded.
She does.
You've
I've seen
all
it.
seen it.
We've all seen it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's pretty.
glorious.
It's very pretty.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had friends that tell me like that gives me anxiety, and I'm like that makes me feel good.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it's also because I have so much going on all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like being spontaneous for me almost feels like I'm being irresponsible.
Mm.
But I know that's not the case. I think that's just what I have.
No,
Like in
it's
like,
not the case at all. Like,
Yeah.
you're totally allowed to be
I know.
spontaneous.
See, and that's where I need the convincing, right? It's just like it's okay. Like it's okay, Nina. Like you can go outside of the calendar, and then I just breathe in and out of a paper bag real quick,
Yeah.
and have a mild panic attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need y'all to help me in that area, right? Which is why we're friends. 'Cause
Yes.
I try.
I know.
And we
I
have
know.
to balance each other out because sometimes, like this one, you have to tell her. Like I don't know how many times this week alone I've said you need to slow down
Yeah.
and start saying no to
I
every.
do say no.
No is a
Let's-
beautiful word.
I know, but like just because like I just want her to have some more time for herself, you know, because like
Yeah.
she forgot to eat the last 2 days. Like she ate Friday, it's Sunday.
Girl, how do you do that?
Like yesterday, she forgot. She went through her whole day, and I was like,
How did you not? Yeah. I
I'm
can't
just
wait
not
to eat.
hungry.
she didn't eat, and then she had a shot like a shot to tequila, and it was like, and that's why I
a
said
bad
that's why
idea.
so that's what I'm
Milk
saying,
was
like,
a bad choice.
but it was like it's because she goes so fast, you know, she just forgets. She literally forgets that she doesn't eat,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm like, slow down, kid.
No, okay. Fair enough.
Thank you.
And that is something that I want to change in 2025. I want to slow down.
Yeah.
I want to spend more time in my house or more downtime in general.
Yes.
Honestly, I wanna fix shit in my house, and we
Ooh.
talked about this.
Yes.
I
I'm
wanna
gonna come help you decorate.
Yes, I want to make it like content. Like
Yes.
I'm the man now.
Can we wear tool belts?
Yes, and overalls.
Okay.
And I want to redo my kitchen cabinets, and
do
I
it.
want to redo my floor.
Hey, I did floors.
I want to fucking paint. You know what I mean?
I put floors in at my last house.
Okay,
Ooh.
please help me because
Snapping
that's what I want to do, but I want to make content with it.
Yeah,
and I
let's
want it
do
to
it.
be women. If you want to help, you have to be a woman. No man. I don't want a man's help. And
Oh
I
my
don't
God,
care
I
what
love
that sounds
segment.
like. But whatever. Like that's
do it.
that's where I am. I want to empower myself and do shit by myself because since my
Yeah.
divorce, I've had to.
Yes.
The first time my fire alarm thingy like went off, and it's still
It's still
off, by the
beeping,
way.
by the
It's
way.
still beeping.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Hold on. But the first time that went off, and then like a light bulb went off, like within like a week or two of him like moving out, I cried.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
broke down and cried. Zipping up my dress for the first time by myself.
Oh, that's
trying
hard.
to take off cowboy boots by myself.
Yeah.
I literally sobbed in my bathroom and
Yeah.
was like, okay. And then I came to a realization that like, fuck this. Like I'm gonna, I can do it. I can do it by myself.
You can.
I don't need anybody. I want, right? Want,
It's
It's
different.
something, but
It's
I don't
very
need.
different. Yeah.
nor do I want, I don't want that feeling of needing, right?
Yes.
But because I've always had him to rely on
Yes.
for everything, I was like, no,
And
I'm going to do it.
That's such a huge part, right? Like if, talking about divorcing and suddenly being thrust into this very single, like because it is jarring. It's absolutely jarring. I experienced what you experienced as well. And I remember, and I even remember when he left, it was almost like Like he had this
Good luck.
like good luck kind of attitude of like, well, you're just gonna have to learn how to do all this by yourself. He literally told me that, and I was like, bet. Hold my fucking beer.
Yeah.
I don't drink beer,
Yeah.
but you're gonna hold it and watch me do this because but we have to kind of get to that space, you know? Like I remember when, you know, I was alone, it was like I couldn't remember when the freaking trash came or what day the recycling was. So again, here I am putting notes in my phone and reminders. I still have those reminders because that's just like you get used to it. But I remember when I went and you had your first solo barbecue and you were like,
so great.
yeah, and you were like, I'm gonna do it, and I was like, yes, you are.
We were bonfire and everything.
It was amazing, and it was delicious, and it was wonderful.
She knows how to cook chicken.
I manned the grill,
She sure did.
and I did
She
the
womaned
sides,
the grill.
which I probably won't do again, just because I was like, but you know, next time I'll just be on the grill and then have my friends like bring sides or whatever, because I was trying to do both.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But that was empowering.
Yes,
Like I was like, beer me. And then I was like there, like cooking, and I was like, yes, like I can do this. And then I got that comment of, since when do you grill? Since when do you barbecue? And I'm like,
She also
like,
single-handedly
I barbecued for
did
you.
Thanksgiving dinner on her own, and that was great. Like, I love that for you. Like, you totally did that.
6 hours of cooking,
Yeah.
but I did that shit.
but you did
But you
it.
did it. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like and I think those are things that like we're understanding that right now. Like saying that to like one of our male friends, he's not gonna understand like how hard it is, like, you know, or how much of that transition is to do those things by yourself, and you know
they may have a similar experience, but not in how we're having
not
it.
how we're having it. And the thing is, like, how you can say like, I know how you were feeling.
Yeah,
I know what you were feeling when you were going through that.
because I watched you go through what I went through.
You guys went through the exact same thing in very similar times, you know,
Yeah.
in very similar times in your life. And with
I
the
was like
kids,
2 years ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then our breakup happened
Yeah,
a day apart,
yeah,
so there's that too.
weird.
I know, that was really weird.
That was odd.
That was rough.
That was terrible. Moving on.
I was like, you want to do dinner and listen to sad songs? Yeah.
Yes.
It was like, I just got broken up with. Next day, I just got broken up. I'm like, what? And I was like, what happened?
We don't know.
The world may never know.
Yeah. You know, and you know what?
I still don't know.
Don't let me find you guys.
But what is it? What doesn't kill you text you 6 months later?
Oh,
for
that's
sure.
true.
You know,
Or
no,
less. It could be 2 months.
Or, yeah.
or less.
Or, hey, don't answer that. Hey, it might cause 3 years of trauma.
Literally.
Don't,
like we could have just stayed strangers, bro.
Like, I'm fine with staying strangers.
you didn't have to traumatize me like that.
For real. Let's talk about accountability then
Yeah.
in friendships.
Yes.
Because I feel like that's a lot of like what we do, right? And it's just like I'm good enough friends, I feel like, especially with you, where I can look at you and be like, really, girl? You gonna do that? Like, no, we're not doing that today. We're not doing that again. You know? But it's taken years, I feel like, of being comfortable with each other.
You can't just do that to your work friend.
No,
You know?
right? But like holding each other accountable, and I feel like it's also really important because, like, I can't just sit back and watch one of my friends like live a mediocre life or put themselves in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And like it's like I feel like it's almost my responsibility to be like, okay, this is what I'm seeing. I love you so much. I don't want you to go through this. I don't, you know what I mean? And so, but I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Like I know I've been in a relationship before where you're like, I didn't really like him. And I didn't really know until like after. And it's like, I wish somebody would have just said something.
But it's also like good to respect what the friend is telling you.
Yes.
You know, and take it with you. But like, I don't want to be like I don't like being the friend. Like I'm not the friend that's going to turn my back on you. Like even if you are, like I will, you know, like you want to rob a bank. Let's like, I'll drive you.
Wow.
You know,
whose car are we taking?
Yeah, no, she knows. I'm a ride or die. You guys know that. But I'm just saying like I don't want to turn my back on friends either. You know, it's like I'm going to tell you what I really think.
Yeah.
But I'm also here for you if you need to learn this on your own because you're not going to listen to me, even though I might be telling you something or you might, you know. And I think I'm the receiver of that. Like people tell me all the time, like that person was, you know, messing with your head the whole time, and I've been trying to tell you, but you really didn't see it. And I'm like, maybe I needed to experience it, you know, to know. Because of whatever, however, you know, that's just how I am, you know. So like, you can tell me till I'm like blue in the face that like,
I think
so
that's
and so
most
might
of us.
not, yeah. But the special part of that is like, you can tell me, and I'm gonna respect what you're telling me, and I know that you do want what's best for me, and you're telling me in your most honest, vulnerable
Yes.
self, like, and I'm gonna keep that like with me.
Right.
And I might go back to it in my head when I'm like, okay, this doesn't look right. Oh, this is why so and so thinks this person is whatever, or this situation isn't right, or whatever it is, but I also like, I think learning it and knowing that they're still there for you.
Yes.
Like that
Yeah.
part, like, don't, like, I just couldn't turn my back and be like, well, if you're not going to listen to me, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I don't want to do that.
Right. No. And I don't think that's a friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I push my friends to hold me accountable. But I want that from everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to tell me the truth. I don't need a yes man or yes woman
Exactly.
in my life. I don't.
You want to hear the raw.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
And
And
like, I always try and come from a place of love and kindness where it's like,
Yes.
I don't agree with this, but let me tell you why. And I'm
I'm
going to say
here
this
for you if
once,
you
but
need
I'm
me.
here for you
Yeah.
whenever. Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. Mhm.
Because I'm the fuck around and find out friend.
She is.
I really am. Like, my friends
Gotta
are
watch
like,
her.
bro.
But
They're
if
like,
anybody's going to push you,
yeah.
it's this one.
And they're like, I fucking left you for 1 hour. And
I
I'm
know.
like, I know.
You're like, I did it for the plot.
I do everything for the plot.
However, she left me for 1 hour last week, and I ended up somewhere I shouldn't have
I
been.
went
She
to,
was-
what did I went to like work or something.
you had a therapy session or something like that.
I literally, I was like, I have a new patient. I'll be done in an hour. I'll call you back.
Like, so
She's like, yeah. And after that hour, I was like, hey, yeah. Like, what are you up to? Well, I did blah, blah. And I was like, I left you for 1 hour, dude. She's
ended
like,
up
I
somewhere I
know.
shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Oh.
We talked about it.
You
See,
had a talk.
But same thing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And
it was, and I mean, I learned my lesson, and I know not to do it again.
Uh-huh.
And but it's like and it's not like we talked about it beforehand. I just conveniently didn't say I'm thinking about doing this.
Conveniently. That's the word.
Because
And
I would have talked her out of it.
Yeah, because she probably would have been like, "The fuck you are." That's
Like,
that's
that's
exactly
a
what she would have
bad
said. Is
idea.
"The fuck you are."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably what she would have said to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like
Accountability.
Just things, yeah. So yeah,
That's
But
funny.
same. I mean,
but that's
I've-
accountability
yeah.
because she did tell me after the fact, like, okay, and how did that go? And I'm like, well, it didn't go great.
How's
and
that
it,
working out for
and
you?
it didn't feel wonderful. And now
Yeah.
I know this and this. And she's like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. You know?
Yeah. But I've also talked to both of y'all, like, even like this week. And I'm like, hey, so, and, yeah, like Marissa definitely, I've been like, so was I like fucked up or like, did
Right.
I? And then
Yeah.
she's like, no, or
yes.
or in the past.
Or, right.
Actually, yeah.
I've had to say that.
And you 1,000 times where you're like, seriously? And I'm like, okay, I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl,
I know.
girl,
I know.
girl.
But being responsible enough to receive that feedback from your friend
Right.
and take it to, understand, like, okay, I'm being stupid right now. Like, I'm not doing the thing I should be doing. And if it was whipped, flipped around,
yeah.
so I mean, I think it's just the respect of having that female trust and friendship that you can receive that and not feel offended.
Yeah. no.
Right.
Like,
Of
because I'm not going to
course.
get offended if you're going to tell me, like, Marissa, that's crazy. Like you're whatever. There's a trust there that's just not there with like a new friendship or
So that was
a
my
casual
next-
friendship.
That was my next question. Where is that threshold for you? When does that page turn from a friend that maybe you can't have that type of relationship with to someone that you're like, oh, okay. Like now I feel like I can receive that feedback and it's not right. Like you trust that person.
I'm always like that, but I think because I always want feedback because I'm always learning and growing, and I know I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. We
Sure.
all are,
Of course.
but I want to be like called out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But do you feel comfortable calling people out? Like if you're like seeing something like,
I call people out all the time. My ex would be like, "Stop doing that," and I'm like, "No," because sometimes people just don't see it. They don't see their own
Capricorn in me.
bullshit. It is. It's a Capricorn in me too. Because I'm like, hey, I don't really know you.
Wow.
But I don't
But-
think that you're making the best decisions right now. Maybe we should think about that.
yeah.
Maybe that's a therapist in me too. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so for me,
She
it's
does
like
do that.
immediate.
Yeah, it takes me a while.
See, I can't just do that.
Yeah,
like she can, I
no.
can't. I'd be like,
I have to like.
I'm
I
like,
feel
she
like
about to be fucked up, you know?
no, and like for me, it's
You're
like
all, "Ooh."
okay,
I'm gonna
well,
watch her fall.
that
No.
looks like a bad idea, but it's none of my business.
None of my business.
I
See, and
don't
I
know
make
you.
it my business.
Yeah.
But then that's a problem too.
But that's our introvert, Nina. Like we're not gonna just go and say something to somebody we hardly know. Like
Yeah,
you know, like that's not a great thing.
yeah, or maybe
And Tasha's like, I'm gonna tell you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't know. I guess that's just the difference. But I think the
We balance each other out like that, though.
That's what I was gonna say. I think the differences between us make that balance, and it makes like good friendship.
Mhm.
You know,
Dynamic.
yeah, the dynamic is good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's again because I've known y'all for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I feel comfortable. We've had experiences.
Mhm.
We've had times where we've hung out. Like it takes me a while to trust somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. Like if I haven't been to your house or you're not in my phone,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
that's hard for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
See, and for me, it's harder to like have somebody over, like to my house,
Mhm.
or like because that's my
That's your space.
that's my space.
Like, and
That's where
my
my kids sleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, for me, that's the thing. And I know it doesn't seem like it because of my parties that I have once a year that are where there's like 100 people there. But
Only her because of her birthday.
yes, it's only for my birthday. Nobody's allowed anywhere near where my kids sleep.
Mhm.
Right.
Like nobody's allowed
Yeah.
upstairs
Yeah.
or in my bedroom. Like they're y'all,
Yeah.
and then like what 2 other people, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I literally gave Nina the keys to my bedroom. I was like, here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like,
Put them in
And
my
she
bra.
was so
Yeah.
scared that whole night not to lose them, and she kept putting them in her boobs. And I was like,
the
Nina,
safest place.
don't lose
It really is.
those
It
keys.
really is.
Don't lose the keys.
They're
Yeah.
in the boobs. They're safe.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, it's that. Like,
Yeah.
I can trust you, or not trust, but I can be open, vulnerable.
Yeah, but so that's something big for you. Like having
That's-
a friend coming over to your house is like,
oh yeah.
big
in your
deal.
space.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's where I'm like, ooh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a
Yeah.
space person too. Like I
Yeah.
don't like having just anybody at my house.
Oh
like
yeah.
I just can't do it.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no. Ooh, if you could have dinner with any woman in history, who would it be? Let's just move right on to rapid fire.
Ooh.
We just did that.
If you've been to my house or my apartment, you know it would be Marilyn Monroe
Oh.
because I have her all over my
Yeah.
bedroom and my house, and she's somebody I would just want to.
Like hang out with,
Mhm.
talk to.
Yeah.
Get to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, dead or alive?
It can be anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine would still be
Women in
Marilyn.
history,
Dead
so
or
it could be alive or otherwise.
I don't like just top of my head, rapid fire. I
Mhm.
would really want to meet AOC.
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she would be like empowering. Like it, like I would get
That'd
like a
be cool.
boost of like
Yeah.
chingona,
Chingona.
like
The
vibes. You know what I
chingona
mean?
energy.
Rub some of that off on
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Hell
Yes.
What about you, Nina?
Probably Loie Fuller, who was very, she was a dancer, but she really innovated a lot of things with lighting and performance art.
Okay, so that
she-
tags into what you do for a living. So,
she was a trailblazer,
Mhm.
and when it wasn't being done,
Mm,
and I would just love to hear her perspective on
that's cool.
how, because she did this amazing thing where she wore these giant silk. It's like a giant silk. It was just huge,
Mhm.
like, and so she would turn, and this silk would just fly everywhere. And then she invented lighting so that the silk would be lit up and it would change color. And it was
What?
never been done before.
That's so cool.
Never in the early 1900s.
That'd
So
be
it
a
was-
cool conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like,
so
I love
yeah,
that.
So for me, that's would
Mhm.
be like, let me pick your brain
Yeah. Yeah.
just about that. Okay, describe your best friend in 3 words.
Spontaneous. Very, like, I don't know how you say this, but just like comforting. Yeah, comforting.
Okay.
She's so comforting.
Yes.
I just want to like, I mean, like I can, we hug all the time. Like, she's one of those people you can just lay in your bed with and be like,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that in a friendship. Like we can just lay on the couch, put our blankets on, and we're, 2 peas in a pod. What's my third? Spontaneous, comforting, and we throw ass. I don't know like how to say that, but like we just go together in that sense of like, music brings us together. Music did bring us together, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we just have that like, like that fun factor of like we walk up each other and we just immediately,
Like that. Yeah.
it's our thing,
Yeah, I love it.
We're either booty or booby shaking.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah,
I like shaking.
yeah, we shake it.
Cool. Yeah. What about you? How would you describe me?
Should I describe both of you in 3 different words?
You try
Why
to.
not? Yeah, why
Right,
not? Let's
okay.
just do that. I don't know.
Okay. Let's see. Strong.
Super strong.
Compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
And demure.
I love that for Nina.
demure.
That's a very good way to describe Nina.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Demure. Am I demure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very mindful.
Very.
Very demure.
Yeah.
Very mindful. Okay. I'll take it. All right.
Nurturing.
Mm,
The mom.
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Spicy
Ooh, I like that word.
in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows my spicy side.
And I don't know. I want to say like loving. 'Cause I feel like nurturing and loving are different. 'Cause
Yeah.
you are like,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't let a lot of people into that, which is great. I'm trying to be like y'all one day.
I would love like that.
Y'all are goals. But yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there a word for you for stands on business?
is there a word for me?
Yeah. Is there like
Like,
stands on business?
yeah,
We need a
that-
word
we
that
need
represents
one word that represents stands on
business because I
That's
feel like
literally your.
that is
that's
like
you.
one of my words for you is that. But I don't think there's one word for stands on business. If there is, please tell me. So definitely that.
Good phrase.
Yeah, stands on business. Intuitive, for sure.
Intuitive.
And fierce.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
that.
Yes. Definitely nurturing and kindness for you are like, for me, those are like the same, right? And then vulnerable.
See, I get that for you.
Yeah.
Like you're just so open. Like I can just like you're just one of those people. Like come,
yeah.
you know, like come
Come here.
here.
Let
come
me feed
hither.
you.
Yeah. Let me feed you.
Yes.
Oh.
And the last one I would say would be, what is the word that I'm looking for? It's like you're vulnerable, but you come from such a place of kindness. Like you're open for people, right? Like, so I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's like you're like, you know, like your corazón. Like you just have like a big heart.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love you guys.
And now we cry.
And now we cry.
Yeah.
And now it's time to cry.
Happens at every girl.
There's a
session,
cry
you know?
break.
There's a cry break.
Yeah.
This is
Coupled with ASMR. Okay. All right. And then, okay, another one. What is your go-to self-care ritual?
Lately, mine has been skincare, like gua sha. I told you about my gua sha, and just doing like, hyaluronic acid and just doing a lot of facial, like
Self-care.
self-care. To just and like and then meditation. I told you I've been meditating. I go on a walk almost every day. Have a meditation rock. I sit there every day and do my meditations at my meditation rock, out in nature. Do a lot of grounding.
God, I love that.
It's been helping me.
That sounds
it's
amazing.
literally been saving my life lately. Because right now I'm just, because like for me, like I'm an empty nester. So like, you guys have your kids like still very much a part of your everyday lives, and mine's not because she's already at college.
Yeah.
I miss you, Mimi. And so I wake, like I was just telling Natasha, I wake up alone, I go home alone, I eat alone, I, cook all my meals, and it's just for me. And so like everything's just me. So I've had to figure out ways. So that's kind of been my self-care, is like learning this new life, because right now I'm currently without a partner, daughter's at college,
Right.
and it's just me and my dog. And, but so it's just doing that self-care and like just staying, there for myself, because I'm not, I can't always just pick up the phone and be like, come over.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I mean, as much as I would love to, I know you guys are busy. You know, and have your like calendars and your your
Color-
events and stuff and
color-coded
everything.
calendars.
Yeah, so it's like we have to plan those days now, which is crazy. You know, like we have to plan. We wanted to go to dinner, we had to plan it. Like
It was like 2 weeks that we
yeah,
planned it.
like 2 weeks out in advance.
I
like,
saw.
Yeah. Wow.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
And somebody showed it to me too. They're like, "Oh, they're having dinner together," and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I had to see it on the gram.
To see it on the gram. We are doing a very intense 40 plus research project.
You're not 40 yet. Trust me, you don't want to be in this group.
I'm 29.
Okay.
Exactly. So you're way off. So
We'll go with that.
yeah.
Thank you.
29 plus 10 plus what? Plus 8?
First of all.
Wow.
First of all.
Girl, you called her out.
First of all.
I'm the oldest, so that's where my nurturing motherly things come in. I'm the oldest.
Oh my God. And cut to a commercial break. Okay, self-care, go.
Self-care recently has been me time.
Yeah.
Like truly
What are you doing in that me time though?
whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting,
Right. Just
watching a
existing.
movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like not on my phone or on my just doing whatever I want and
Cooking
doing
something.
that unapologetically.
Yeah.
But like listening to music
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, or not talking to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing that. And like I've never really done that.
Yeah.
So
Good.
It's nice because I do the facials, I do the lashes, I do
Right.
the massages, I do all of that. So like that's obvious.
Yeah.
For me now that self-care is like introspective. Like I just need to
Go
sit
inward.
and
Mhm.
and just
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I love it.
Yeah. I want to do more of it. I like it.
Yeah. You should.
I like it a lot.
Like a lot.
A lot.
And you?
I'll give you one guess.
Running. I knew it. That's all this girl does is run.
Or go to the
Literally.
gym. Or go to the gym.
Yeah.
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 Gym or running is
I told her like, you need to expand that. like
like how?
I told you. Journaling, meditation.
Okay, yes. But running for me is I meditate during.
Do you?
Yeah,
You get into a
it's-
zone.
It's the only time my brain and my body go at the exact same speed.
Ah, I love that.
So it's like equalizing. It's
Yeah.
like,
See, I
equal.
can't run, so I walk, but I can't run.
Walking's great.
I run my mouth.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what she does.
I'm really good at it. Fucking gold medal.
She's a winner at that one.
I love it.
She does.
Apparently.
Always out in the streets, Natasha.
Oh my god.
Ew, we
I'm
won't go
at
there.
events. I'm at events. Oh my
She's
god.
working.
I know.
I'm a
She
working
is.
woman.
She actually is. It's so funny because like
Oh my
when,
God.
in our line of work, people like it doesn't look like we're working, but like I had to make that video and it was like me pouring
Yes.
tequila and
You're
I was
like,
like,
"I'm
what, I
working."
was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. No,
Yeah.
literally, like I pour tequila shots for people and that's my job and I get paid to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm working people.
It's
Yeah.
crazy when people are like, "Oh my god, like you must have so much fun," or like I'm so
Right.
jealous you get to do all these things, and I'm like, fucking working.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm like, yes,
You're
But
lighting, you're
also-
filming, you're
Right,
editing,
right.
You're getting, you're doing a voiceover. You're making sure you're talking to the right people and getting the
Right.
right shots. Like
Yeah.
you're not just there. Like, and I was like, yeah. When you see it, it's a drink in my hand, and
Right. That's the
But-
finished product.
yeah. But like, dude, you know what it took like to get there? So yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get
not
that.
just that, but the days, weeks, months of planning in advance for these events, the contracts we have to
Scheduling,
sign,
yeah.
the scheduling, the constantly when I'm there, I'm like, what content am I getting? What do I want this to look like? How like
Yeah, because you have to visualize what you
Right.
want your finished project to look
Right,
like.
right.
And so you got to make sure you get all that shot, all the shots. Like, oh, I'm going to need an outside shot, or I'm going to need me walking in and panning up because I need to do this.
Right.
Like you got to like plan
Right.
all that. So
And
it's
then
not
if-
just
yeah.
like going to an event and I'm just going to go there and just shoot the
Right.
food.
Like you can. Yeah.
The hell?
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
That this is a client.
right.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
It's not. Yeah.
exact. Thank
Mhm.
you, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Right
Oh, I
there
know
with you.
y'all get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the people that don't get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That I'm like, you want to do a ride along?
Yeah.
You want to come with me because you're gonna see how much work it actually.
That
is.
would be like a fun content, actually.
Let's do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will pull a stranger, somebody who's not in content, and be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You do what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about
Yeah.
that?
How about that? Catch me outside.
And that's only one event. That's not even those
That's not
days
even,
where I have
back to
2
back.
to 5 events.
Oh my God.
a day.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's where
I would die.
That's where I say no.
I would start crying.
I can't.
Yeah.
She's Superwoman. I'm not.
I'm super stressed. The fuck?
That's what that is.
Yeah.
I know people are like, "Oh my God, you look so good. You lost so much weight." I'm like, "Thanks."
Yeah. Thanks, I don't eat.
Yeah,
Since yesterday.
it's a Ozempic and depression.
Yeah.
Okay, last rapid fire question
Yeah.
before we wrap up this episode. What's one thing people would be surprised to know about you?
She knows what it is. You tell them.
That you know the lyrics to every Big Sean, like NWA. She's a
Yeah.
rapper.
I was a rapper in my past
Ooh.
life. and
Literally.
Nobody knows that, but the TikTok dropping today will prove that to you.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I grew up in Detroit. That's where,
Yeah.
you know,
She's
the greatest is from. So you
The
know,
greatest.
Eminem.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, but no, I listened to rap music since Run DMC in the 80s. I'm that old. And
Yeah.
it was like my first cassette tape, you know, was
Cute.
King
Oh,
of Rock.
cassettes. Okay.
Yeah, King of Rock, Run DMC.
Yes.
You know, Rob Bass, DG's Rock. You know, like all the old school stuff. But yeah, like you can be in the car with me, and if a Big Sean, like any Big Sean song, like I pretty much know every lyric. And
That's cool.
yeah, so you don't know that unless you're with me.
Where were we coming from? Houston or Dallas?
Houston.
And
Houston.
like she just went off, and I was like,
The NWA song.
NWA, dude. I was like, hello.
I know.
Hello.
Yeah.
Marissa,
Straight out of
what have you
Compton.
done with my friend?
I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. Everybody pulled their phones out and was like, recording me because I just went I just started flowing and
Yeah.
I don't know, I literally get into a flow.
Yeah.
I
Like,
love that.
Like, and
Yeah.
all the words just come back to me, and I know all the words, and I don't miss a beat, and
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy. It's
That's
not like
so
it's not like one of those
fun.
where you're like, no, I can like literally spit fire the words to you.
That is so cool.
And be like,
It's like your party trick. Like you can just pull it out at karaoke.
sure can.
Yeah.
So she's seen that side of me.
I love that. That is fabulous.
MC Marissa.
MC Marissa, stop.
It's true.
Okay, what's your hidden talent?
My hidden talent,
Or
What-
just
that's so
something
fun.
that somebody would be surprised about to hear about you or know about you. Or I actually don't know mine.
I mean,
Nick doesn't know about you.
I actually don't like attention.
These are lies.
It's it's true. It's true.
Good.
Like I get really weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck. Like
Says the queen of the Riverwalk
no,
2023.
I know. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
I give Leo energy in that sense, right?
Mhm.
Where it's like, look at me. But no, I actually get very like weird. I want to like fold into myself. Or when people are like, oh my God, this is my friend. She's amazing. She's blah, 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 and I'm like,
You're like, yeah,
You're like, stop.
yeah, it makes me feel really weird.
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know mine.
You made the list.
I know, but I don't know mine. Like
You
I
don't know?
Well, something that
Something
somebody
somebody-
would be surprised to know about me. I mean, I feel like I've had 1,000 lives. I feel like the people that have known me the longest know a lot about me. Like maybe most people don't know that I'm a 3rd-degree black belt in
That-
Taekwondo.
There we go.
That's the first thing that I tell people.
Yeah.
I'm like, my best friend will
She can
beat
fight.
your ass.
She can, like, she might be little, but she can fight.
Yeah. And then they're like, haha. And I'm like, no.
No.
You're
She
like,
will
no, no.
knock you out.
Yeah. No, I mean,
One
I
leg
haven't-
swipe.
That's it. You're
Yeah.
done.
Was it? What was his name?
What, Chuck
Karate
Norris?
Kid.
Oh, Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
Yes. Daniel's
Chop
son.
away. Yeah.
No, I mean, I love.
Nina-san.
That's something that I practiced when I was really young, and it's
Mhm.
not something that I practice now. But I mean, my first movement practice was martial arts. That's
See?
where, yeah. So maybe, I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
I feel like people in my inner circle know that, and that's like a common. It's like common,
But not everybody.
but not everybody. So maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is. But yeah, I just feel like I've changed careers and done different things in my life, and it's like, oh, okay, like it's like normal almost.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I feel like something that might be surprising that I know about you, excuse me, is that you're very like steadfast in your like decisions. Like if you're like, no, I'm not doing that. Where like
That's it.
Yeah,
That's the
because-
answer, and don't try to change your mind.
yeah, because like I think you seem so, and you are pretty easygoing.
Yeah.
This is not like a negative word or whatever, but when you don't want to do something, It doesn't
don't
matter
do
who it's
it.
with. And that's including me too.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, do you want to? And she's like, nope, absolutely not. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, then good talk.
No, I would agree with that. I don't know if that's surprising though. I mean, because
Well, just because you seem so like laissez-faire and like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like I
Very like
am.
hippie to be, but you're not.
Oh, okay.
No, you are. But I'm saying, but you're like, no.
Yeah.
But your decision is your decision. Like,
Yes.
you're just-
Absolutely.
You're just
Where
like,
I can be swayed. You
Ah,
know what I'm saying?
I can definitely.
Where
I'm going camping. Like, I mean,
I think I think I
I
come
was
off.
like, no, I'm not going camping.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going camping.
I think I come off as somebody who is like, no. And really, I'm like, well, I'm okay.
I mean, so who's gonna be there?
Yeah. But who else going?
Yeah.
And it's me in the background, like, no.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, hold on, I'm getting details.
yeah. Yeah. Seriously, dude.
I'm like, but you said no yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we can be swayed. You cannot.
Yeah.
It's real hard to sway me.
Yeah.
It's you got to have like a pie chart
PowerPoint.
and
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint, some data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 So
yeah.
that's kind of what we mean by that. In a good
Okay.
way, though.
In a good way. Okay. Well, that's good. Oh my God. Okay. This has been fun.
It's so much fun.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for being here. And
And thank you for your friendship.
yeah,
I love
thank
you
you
guys
for
both.
your friendship. I love it.
I love y'all.
I love y'all so
Love
much.
y'all.
It's been wonderful, and I love that we're able to like sit here and talk about this because I wanted to do something about friendship because I, you know, like two of my closest baddies
Mm-hmm.
on the podcast, you know, just hanging out, but also talking about things that I feel like are important. I mean, I feel like friendships are they're so different for everybody, but I love ours. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
And thank you to Chibi for
Thank you,
producing this
Thanks,
amazing.
Oh my God. And he appears.
There's Chibi.
It's our fairy godmother.
Awesome. All right, you guys, that's been our show for today. Thank you so much for joining us here, and we will see you next week. There is a new episode releasing every Wednesday. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Bye.